Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? How y'all doing, man? This Throwbacks. I'm Sherm, and we got a special afternoon election edition, right? So, normally I do them videos at nighttime and stuff like that. Different vibe, I guess. Your mind kind of changed, like from, work in the daytime to nighttime party animal. You know what I mean? But anyway, so they did the Democratic presidential debates, the candidate debates. I watched all 6 hours, y'all. I watched all 6 hours. Watched all 6 hours. I recorded it. I even rewinded it to hear stuff, make sure I heard what I was hearing some people say or whatever. And so they broke it down into 2 shows and stuff. So I'm gonna go with the first day and then and the people, and then we gonna go to second, and then overall. That's how I figured I'd go at it, right? So we had Marianne Williamson, Marianne, Marianne Williamson. I really like her, but she can't win. She can't win because she an author. She not a politician. She was the first day she was on the first night she was on there. She was throwing some shots at him, like certain stuff. Like, if y'all know, the pharmaceutical companies is out of control, and the insurance companies, why haven't y'all did something about it? Oh, and they'll tap dance, and she right. So John Delaney, ex-Wall Street CEO, he just was wasting his time up there. I don't think he said one good thing that night. They had Tim Ryan out of Ohio. He has some good ideas. He has some good ideas, but Ohio, they real, put it like this. That's where I seen the KKK rally at, that they really support them out there and take care of them. So I don't know about that guy. Not saying he like that, but I'm just saying out there, that state, that area, I don't know if we want him over the whole country. John Hickenlooper from Colorado, he didn't really say too much so he was like another way. It was 10 people up there. So out of both days, out of the 10 people each days, I say maybe realistically 3, maybe 4, 3 got a chance to actually run and give him a run for his money. I don't know how many got a chance to win. But that was another thing, that they all seem like not politicians. Because I haven't watched something like this in years, because I ain't no time to be watching no Democratic debate. Who cares? So, but they all seem like civil rights activists. They all had like this next, and I thought about it because the next one, Amy Klobuchar, or however they say it, from Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar. But anyway, she talking, and then just out of the blue, she throwing, about the 4 children getting killed in Alabama in the church bombing back in the pre-civil rights era, in the civil rights era. And I'm like, damn, why she bringing that up? So they'd be talking, and then out of the blue, they will all throw in some kind of relevant, like, about my friend that has ALS and this and this and that, and one lady said, that's not funny, that's not fun. I think it was Elizabeth Warren, whoever it was. They trying to get into their little stories and tell stories and all this, and I'm like, all that's just because y'all running for election right now. Or all of that's just because y'all running for election. You know what I mean? Like every now and then you get some help. I did get some help from Senator Tom Tillis. I ain't gonna lie. With the VA, I got some help with Senator Tom Tillis. But I mean, and that took 2 years, and I know they can't help everybody. So we know y'all up there just singing that song because y'all it's election time right now and everything. So all of this, oh, I want to do this and I'm gonna do that, and It just seemed like real. But Amy when she threw that in there, I was like, I'm done with her. She sound like Hillary with the I got hot sauce in my purse and shit. You might as well say shit like this. Beto O'Rourke called Trump a lawless president. He called them lawless. I said, damn. They was all darn. That was the other thing too. They all seemed real angry. Like I'm mad. I want to like they got it. Like to me, I'm like, politics don't supposed to be emotional. Cause you don't need no emotional person with their finger on the button. See, that's, you know, you making decisions over this and that. You can't be emotional. You gotta look at what's best for the majority of the people. What do the people want? And that's what you gotta try to go with most of the time. Y'all ain't gonna lie. Watching that shit drained me. Talking about that politics shit drain me, because for me, I know it's just the shell game. That's all that is, the shell game. Because you got all of them taking money from the same people, all of them in the same circles, all of them do the same thing. They might have one or two ideas that's different from the rest, from the one standing to the left. So it's really just a shell game. It's just what are you going to do and get in there and do a halfway decent job. If you could get a president in there and he do 65%, 75% accuracy as job, it's a good job. What are you going to do? Because, you know, it's millions of heads out there. So even if he say he 200 million people happy, it'll be another 5 million that's like, fuck him, man, that shit suck. So what are you going to do? And 5 million ain't a lot in the United States as far as population, but that's still a lot of people. 5 million people is a lot of people. Pete Buttigieg, he said no recycle politicians. So he's the new guy. He was the new young guy. So I liked him. I even wrote down I liked him the most. He has some good ideas, but he too young. He too young. Because for some reason, they feel like a 80-year-old white guy got to be the guy that's in charge of the country. I don't know why. Biden seemed like he couldn't remember half the words when he was trying to talk. And Bernie Sanders was yelling like he need his hearing aid turned down or something like that. I don't know. I'm just saying. To me, I think that 65... you know, they retire heads at 65. Why the president get to be president after 65? I say 65 be the cut. 65 is the oldest you could be. Make it an age limit. Because this 70-year-old, 80-year-old stuff, Ronald Reagan was, they all say it. But they don't care because he wasn't even the president. Nancy was running. But Ronald Reagan had Alzheimer's, like his last couple of years in office. He wasn't even doing nothing. Most of the policies that was made was by Nancy. Oh, and I also posted something. Ronald Reagan, when he was governor, on the phone talking to President Nixon, talking about how those monkeys from them African nations don't even like wearing shoes. And I say that not to get no rise out of you or nothing like that, but to say that we talking about the president, and here you got less than 30 years ago, a future president and a sitting president talking all kinds of racial shit, and think that the policies that Reagan got in and put in effect in the late 80s and 90s didn't have a... Come on, man, this is racist. This is racist. Where my reparations at? Elizabeth Warren, she sounded way too old. I mean, not old. Way too angry. She did sound a little delusional, and her politics sounded old school politics. Bernie Sanders is going to be tough to beat. He wants to do away with health care. They want to change health care up again. So I don't even know. I was feeling Bernie, but after Bernie took that money, that $3 million for that book deal, and now you come back talking that talk, now it's like he the Pied Piper. Now, this time around, it's not organic. It's not natural. This time around, it's calculated. It's this, it's that. First time he came around, he was doing, he was the new wave, he was fresh. Now they done gave him the money, they done talked to him and all that. So he Stephen A. Smith say he's gonna have to capitulate. He's gonna have to capitulate to their demands and what they're asking. No doubt. Them $3 million don't come without strings. That's a fact. Nobody gets $3 million without strings. Bullock. I like Bullock. I like them too. But them guys, they gonna hit us with the name brand guy. They gonna try to give us like Gucci, the Gucci name politician, or Tommy Hilfiger as far as name recognition. Wish list economics. That's what they was calling it. Wish list economics. Higher taxes for the middle class. So you gotta look out, man. So you vote for these people when you hear them say stuff like this. They want to make sure people that's not a legal citizen yet get health care. So you got a person which is totally not fair. They could scream all they want to from the top of their lungs. It is totally not fair when you have workers. I know people that work at Harris Teeter or work at the country club or work here, and they can't get health coverage, and they work and they're citizens here. And then you want somebody that's not a citizen just because they came over to get health coverage, and you're going to raise taxes on people to get it done? That's not right, y'all. And this is that's what y'all gonna vote for when y'all vote for some of these Democrats. So watch out. Watch out. That was the big thing on there. The big thing was they trying to do away with the health care, give universal health care, and they gonna have raised taxes. They gonna have to raise taxes because there's no way it's gonna get done. Okay. The guy from Montana, he was, because that was the thing. Like, some of them was trying, like, Biden, he down for the health care, and he trying to extend it, and the other, Sanders, they want to do that, and it's going to be a tax. It's going to be a tax. And they say it didn't. They say Obamacare didn't hurt. A lot of people got $1,000 tax bill and had to pay big taxes and all of that shit when that shit happened. So people got short memories, man. Y'all gotta remember stuff, man. Y'all gotta remember stuff. So then you vote in, you gotta remember, is Biden gonna do something to hurt? It's gonna hurt too. He come in, it's gonna hurt. John Delaney, don't trust him. Nobody mentioned the lobbyists, though. I'm like, yeah, then nobody mentioned the lobbyists. They mentioned how the pharmaceutical, they all up there standing complaining about the pharmaceutical companies and all of that and everything. And that's what it is. Hey, what's up, neighbor? All right, brother. I'm doing my politician show, the politics. I watched all 6 hours of the Democratic debate the other day. I like some of the newer guys, though.
I do too.
I like the Bernie and Biden and Warren. You could get them out of here. Yeah, I like Beto. I like Beto. And the young guy that said he tired of recycled politicians. I forget the little short young guy. Yes, I like that guy. He was pretty good.
I do too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I figure a lot of people that be watching the show and all that, they don't have time to know 6 hours. So I torture myself and I'll recap.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, sir. All right, sir. Okay, back to... So now Bernie, all Bernie seemed to be doing was talking louder than everybody and saying the same thing they would say in a different way. So if somebody would say, oh, yeah, well... I don't think this is a good idea. You're right. I agree with you. And so I wasn't, like I said, you're not gonna get no new stuff from Bernie or Joe Biden. They gonna be pretty. I mean, they 70 plus years old. What new tricks is they gonna learn? I mean, realistically, they not gonna learn no new tricks. This just saying, I know. Yeah, I said that. Yeah. These two, yeah. Cause the 80s Reagan had trickle down economics. Yeah, that's what he had. He had the trickle down economics, and how if you give all the money to the wealthy, they gonna trickle it down to us. That had to be the craziest idea ever. Like, yeah, rich people giving poor people money willingly without somebody prying it from their hands. That's not gonna happen. But anyway, right? So I thought I watched that show Snowfall, right? And so when y'all hear about the Reagan era and the Contras and all of that, if you really want to understand what the whole thing was, all you gotta do is watch one episode of Snowfall. The CIA was going to these countries. And the rest of the government say they didn't know that the CIA was doing it. So let's say that. So some of the government would say they didn't know they was doing it, but the CIA was going to Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and all of these small little countries, and they was setting up airstrips, and they was getting cocaine from over there, flying it into these little airstrips here, practically giving it away so they could take money back over to Nicaragua and give it to the Contras, the guerrillas over there, to let them, the freedom fighters, and let them fight. So they sacrifice United States citizens' health, welfare, community, all of that stuff to help out another country. They cared more about them than they cared about us. So, but anyway, I ain't even gonna get sidetracked. So I'm gonna get back to day 2. So here was one. So Mario Lopez, Schroeder, from Saved by the Bell, Mario Lopez, had to apologize for saying that him and his wife are parent. They have 3 kids, right? And they feel like asking a kid at early age, at 3 years old, do they see themselves as a boy or a girl, it's too early to decide, right? To let them decide if they want to be a transgender kid or whatever and stuff. And so they came at him hard, and he had to apologize. And I have to agree, because I think about my childhood, I think about now, I think about my grandkids, kids, I think about, put myself in different shoes so I could see it from different angles, right? And so at 3 years old, me, like, how do you know it? If you're not even supposed to be thinking about that at 3 years old? That's first off, in my opinion. You don't even supposed to be thinking about that. Who you want to date, who you want to fall in love with, all of that stuff, that could wait till your teens. We got plenty of stuff, man. You don't even know how to tie your shoes yet at 3 years old. I think we could start with tying your shoes and some other stuff before we get to, do you think you identify as a man or woman? And they need to stop doing that. But he had to apologize for saying that he think it's too early. He didn't say it was wrong. He didn't say it was this. He just said, I think about the effects, long-term effects of doing it at an early age. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Okay, so on to day 2. Now, the Blasio, and you know I don't like him, man. I don't like the Blasio, man. I don't like him. The Blasio or whatever. He just looked like he was trying to pick a fight with Bernie. Was it Bernie? Was he with Bernie? No, he was with Biden. Yeah, he was with Biden. So it just looked like he was trying to pick a fight with Biden, goat Biden, and so he could kind of get him and Biden into a personal little conversation. And Biden didn't go for it. The way he doing New York with that bikes and all that, man, there'll be bike lanes on the highway, man. that crazy dude get in the White House, man. I could see him now, man. And he still ain't made a decision in the Eric Gardner case. With the officer and everything. They just now suspended him after the Justice Department. So he's indecisive. Michael Bennett, Colorado. He didn't say nothing to stand out to me. He didn't stand. I mean, he got good ideas, you know, 'cause they out there first with legalizing marijuana and stuff like that, and all of the other stuff. So he didn't excite me. I was actually surprised that Jay Inslee from Washington. I liked him. He kind of remind me of, what's that name, Drew Carey with the flat top and the glasses and the white shirt, Dilbert. He kind of reminded me of him a little bit. I'm a ring with the crew cut, but he had good ideas. And he had good ideas. But DC, you know he down with the politics. But you know he would know how to work with both sides. I wrote this on the side. Why they all sound like they scared of Donald Trump, though? They all like, I'll take the fight to Donald Trump, and they all just seem like they got the wrong energy. Like, you gotta outmaneuver, you gotta play chess with that guy, man. You can't get into no emotional little back and forth with that guy. That's what he wanna do. You know what I mean? You gotta make sense with a stupid person. You can't be arguing a stupid person with stupid stuff. Now it's just two stupid people arguing. You gotta hit them with some facts, make some sense, right? Kristen Gillibrand out of New York, the civil rights. She sounded civil rightsy too. It's a little, you know. Her big thing was she was toting the health care for the 9/11 responders. So that's what she was toting. She was like, you know, and again, New York State, New York City. I wouldn't let nobody out of New York State, New York City be no president or nothing, man. Seriously. Governor, president, mayor, none of them. Them guys, do y'all thing over there and go ahead, because they all crooked. They all got scandals. All of them. They all got scandals. Tulsi Gilbert, Tulsi, Tulsi. Yeah, I can't get that one, y'all. I tried, but Gilbert, Hawaii. She served in the military. She had some good ideas. I mean, she had some good ideas. She served. She's from Hawaii, so she cared about the system, the greenhouse effect and all that, cause it's crazy, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that y'all can't tell that the weather is changing, the climate is changing, and we throw a lot of water. Let's go to all of the different pollutants that we put in the ocean. This is just the ocean, y'all. We got chemicals, we got plastic, we got ashes, we got waste. When you flush your toilet, you got waste, and you got oil spills, right? These are all the things that go in the ocean, right? So this is going to be it's actually legal for you to dump trash from your boat in the ocean. I was amazed at that. I was like, all of them boats in the ocean and you could just throw your trash in the ocean? I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So then you got toxic waste. You got the dredge material from the industrial waste. You got the sewer sludge. You got the radioactive waste. You got several millions of tons of waste a year going into the ocean. This is all going into the ocean every year. And so when you be talking about flesh-eating diseases and all that, it's going to get worse. The water going to get worse if we don't stop. It's just going to get worse if we don't stop. And we ain't even talk about illegal dumping, because you know it's still people out there illegal dumping. You know that happens. We would like to think that everybody got a conscience, but we know everybody don't. Okay, good deal. cruise ships dump their sewage in the ocean. New York City, up until the 90s, was straight dumping everything into the ocean. Everything. Whole city dumping everything into the ocean. Top 6 countries for ocean garbage is China, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, and Thailand, right? And so now it's not just us dumping in the ocean neither. It's all these other countries. So the water gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. And one day it's gonna actually be like Mad Max. It's gonna actually be like that movie Mad Max, where people fighting and killing for water. It's coming real soon. It's coming real soon. A San Francisco research collected details from 192 coastal countries and calculated all of them got rid of they tried 8 million tons of plastic a year. It end up in the water, right? In the ocean. Then you got landfills. We have 3,091 active landfills right now. Active landfills. We got 10,000 old municipal landfills, and however, back in the good old days, you could just dump stuff anywhere. So we running out of space. We running out of space. I bring that up to say that the system, the ecological system, and all of that, the next president better be paying attention to that. Cause the next president, if the next president get in there and don't care too much about the climate control and all of that, it's gonna be real bad. It's gonna go, cause right now I think they saying that we got 10. They was both all saying it on there. We got 10 years. I think they said we got 10 years to get it under control and stop. If we don't stop within the 10 years, it's gonna be irreversible. The damage we done is gonna be irreversible. Julian Castro, former HUD secretary, good health care, single moms. He was pretty good. He was on the you know, he was on the cabinet, or he was down with Obama. He was on Obama's cabinet. So yeah, I liked him. He was pretty good. Him and Joe Biden went back and forth about who said what to Obama when he was trying to do what when he was in office. Oh, did you say something to him, Joe? Did you tell him it was wrong? So, you know, they try to do a little bit of that back and forth. I liked him. He was pretty good. Andrew Lang. I liked Andrew Lang, but he not going to win. He kind of like Ross Perot 2.0. So, because... Oh, Ross Perot. Ross Perot was the billionaire that ran, I think in the 80s. I think Ross Perot ran in the 80s. And he ran, and I think the most he ever got was 12%, 9% of the votes. He would do good, but not good enough. And so this billionaire entrepreneur, Andrew Yang, he was talking about giving everybody $1,000 a month or some kind of way. You know, he got numbers, so he like, yeah, let me in there, I'll cook the books. He basically, that's what he said. He said, they wasted money, let me in there, I'll move some things around, I'll be able to give everybody $1,000 a month. Wouldn't y'all like to have $1,000 a month? It's like, wow, that sound nice, but I know it ain't going, he'll give us 1,000, but then it's going to end up costing us 1,300 more someplace else. Cory Booker out of New Jersey. I thought he was gonna cry a couple of times, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I get it. They up there being passionate in their civil rights / politician roles for the Democratic Party, because that's what we need, because we don't think too well. We need a little emotions tied to our thinking so we feel better. But anyway, so I thought he was gonna cry, man. He won that Biden a couple of times. That was the thing. Everybody was trying to either go at Biden on the second day or Bernie on the first day because they know they're gonna be tough to beat. I could see where it end up at the end and end up Biden and Bernie Sanders slugging it out. I could see that happening. I would hate to see that happen, but I could see that happen. I think you need to mix some new blood up in there. Kamala Harris. She really good at being a politician. I give her that. She really good. You could ask her a question and she could say a lot of words but didn't really answer the question and you don't really know what she said. So that's excellent. That's what politicians are supposed to do. You look you straight in your face, be shaking your hand and say a paragraph and you be like, damn, what'd she say? So that was it with her. I don't know. And they gonna get on her about hard ride about when she was AG in California. She did some questionable stuff when she was AG out in Cali. So I don't know about her. Joe Biden. I still stick to my guns. I think Joe and Bernie too old. I just think that. I think Joe, when he came out, his brain had to get warmed up or something. He wasn't being able to finish his sentences and stumbling over articulating words and stuff, pronunciation. I'm like, I don't know, guy. You know? But I guess they figure if they got George Bush's son, the son through being a president 2 times, you could get anybody through because he was definitely sleepwalking. Word, I remember that. He come out, they had a teleprompter. He had to look straight at the teleprompter. Don't even look at us. Straight read off the teleprompter. This was another thing that was a big issue, right? Border crossings. Are you against it or are you for it? Border crossings. So I don't get how it's an issue. Me, myself, because any other country in the world, if you try to go into the country illegally, you're going to be detained or whatever. I ain't say arrested. Listen, I said detained. You're going to be detained. You're going to be asked what you're doing here. What's your purpose? Why are you here? How long you plan on being here? Whoa. I don't understand why they don't think there's a need for that down there. Where anybody could just come just walk in here. Haven't we seen enough terrorist attacks? Haven't we seen enough people with bad intentions coming in here? So yeah, you don't need to be ripping nobody from their mother and father and they separating children and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. But it should be a process to come in here. It should be a fence down there. It ain't got to be no big electric fence with no barbed wire or nothing. But it should be something down there, something where people can't just wander in any kind of way, any time of the night or whatever. Because if that's the case, it's going to get worse. So, but they're going to make that a big deal, and they're going to try to make it seem like you're a racist if you say that you want a wall up down there. Or you're a racist if you think that there should be a process or whatever the case may be. And that's the other thing, man. They make everything about race, man. Sometimes it's not about race. It's just about looking at things from an actual logical standpoint. Like, so they say they cry about, oh, we don't have money for this, we don't have money for this. But this was a fact that I heard that stuck out to me. We spend $4 billion a month on the war in Afghanistan. Hold on to that right there. $4 billion, not million. We spend $4 billion a month in Afghanistan. Doing what? What are we fighting in Afghanistan? What are we fighting? $4 billion a month. So they talk about all of these programs that got to get cut and all this and all that. When it come time to fight and go to war, they find money for that. And we've been over there, 10 years? 2001, 9/11. So we've been over there, 15 years, 16 years now? They found money for that. So it's money here. It's money. Let's sum it up. Who would I vote for? I like 3 of them. I like 3 of them. I like 3 of them. Nah, it can't be Biden. It wouldn't be Biden. I like Buttigieg. I like Buttigieg. I like that guy. I like Beto O'Rourke. I like Beto O'Rourke. Cause he's saying, you know, he seemed like he was the most able to control himself. Cause everybody was emotional. He seemed like the one that was the most under control and spitting logical, articulate stuff, quick and decisive. So to me, he seemed like he was coming across with the sharpest wit. I can't go with Cory Booker. Not because it's the color thing, because if you just want to go, oh, because I'm black, I'm supposed to want to vote for Cory Booker and Kamala Harris. That's not the case. Cory Booker, New Jersey is a dump, man. I mean, we going to give it up funky. New Jersey is a dump. I like Castro. So I could vote for Castro. I could vote for Buttigieg, and I could vote for Beto O'Rourke, and I give Kamala Harris a shot. I want a woman in the White House. So if it gotta be white or black, I want a woman in the White House. And if we gonna say sticking with the woman in the White House, then I would definitely go with the woman Marianne Williamson. She the author. You know what I mean? So she got her own money. She ain't got a lobbyist and all that or whatever. Even if she a one-shot president, one-shot deal or whatever. Let a woman go in there and let them do some things, man. So, but yeah, so that's my show. I wanted to give y'all, I had to, after watching the show, I had to, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit had my brain hurting, man. Word up, confusing. But yo, so thanks again. This my show. This the crib. You know what I mean? We doing big things. My barbecue coming up soon. It's in 2 weeks. 16th and the 17th. Annual thing. It's the 4th year. 5 years, but this the 4th year. You know what I'm saying? Organized like this. And if you know me and you been, you welcome to come. And if you ain't been yet and we on that level, you welcome to come. Alright, love, that's my show.